Thank you guys for joining me for a video today. First and foremost, we'll give praise and thanks to the Most High of love and light, the divine creator of all creations. And then I'll show you guys the cards. Actually, I'll start off. We're using the Old Maid cards. You already know when the Old Maid comes up. Interesting, right? Karmic's getting too comfortable and more secrets being exposed. And we're also using the Kawaii Tarot, okay? So you know what's going on. This is where it's going to be time to have more patience because there could be some karmics who have a lot of past drama that they started with people coming up, and it could be very interesting if they're not owning up to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference if they're like, I've been putting in the work. Yeah, I've done this, and you can see the actual results of them putting the work in. But I feel like we're gonna be talking about karmics who have been basically, trying to take advantage of the fact that a lot of people have been having spiritual awakenings and they need help getting their basic needs met. So, they more than likely have been targeting they more than likely have been targeting people who don't trust their intuition. All right? It's nothing to take personal. It's just simply understanding that they're disconnected from their intuition. So if they can try to get you to not trust yourself and your intuition about them with the first gut instincts you get about them, this is how they'll try to create ways to covertly get their basic needs met through you. And a lot of karmics have been trying to insinuate themselves into spiritual communities, okay? But before we get into the meat and gravy of that story, let's give praise to the Most High of love and light, divine creator of all creators. Thank you for this moment to be present together harmoniously. Thank you for the spirit of justice blessing this reading. And thank you for justice occurring in all its forms, even in the intangible worlds that, in the intangible ways that we're not able to be fully aware of or even be aware of. Thank you for removing obstacles off our paths. And thank you for miraculous breakthroughs. Thank you, Most High of Love and Light. I ask to deliver clear, concise, effective, emotional, manipulation-free messages. Please use me and guide me. I'm your humble servant here, ready to serve. All right. We're going to use the tarot first. We have Page of Wands, and then we have the title card of the tarot. So if I said kawaii wrong, please forgive me. But this is what the tarot deck is called. But yes, starting off, Page of Wands here. Some of you guys could be interested in like, some of you guys could be interested in tarot. Some of you guys could have a fascination with tarot. Some of you, some of the people who watch my channel, you guys do forms of divination, and it could be tarot. Some of you guys could still have that youthful childlike excitement about tarot. Like, some of you guys still can enjoy tarot from the perspective of a beginner, and this is why some of you guys have lasted very long in the tarot game. Some of you guys can be really advanced in tarot, but you guys can have like a childlike spirit when it comes to tarot. So this is why some of you guys have been able to do tarot for quite a long time. We have janitor, we have doctor, we have teacher, we have musician. Hmm. With doctor and musician here, some of you guys could be, some of you tarot readers could be healing from emotional manipulation. Some of you guys could have, some of you guys could be becoming aware of your physical health, and you guys could be paying attention to your emotional reactions or responses to things. And this could have something to do with healing from emotional manipulation. With janitor and the teacher, some of you guys could have been taught things that is no longer serving you. Some of you guys could be working on forgiving parental figures or adult like figures who misled you guys in childhood. Please be gentle with yourself. You didn't know the agreements you were agreeing to when you were a child and what those people knew at that time. It could have been normalizing their external environment, and they could have been simply trying to get in where they fit in. So they could have carried these belief systems that they taught you guys due to them having, that was their amount of awareness. Now, with doctor and musician here, some of you guys could have found ways to heal from to heal from to heal from being taught things that was very conflicting with what you guys actually enjoy doing by getting into creative endeavors. This could have been been something that saved you guys lives, especially if the pain and trauma was very severe, and simply going to a therapist to talk about it wasn't enough. Simply working out and eating healthy wasn't enough. If all the mainstream ways of healthily processing the deep dark trauma you had wasn't doing it, you guys got creative in finding ways to basically create like a it's kind of like you guys create, like, when it came to your healing, you guys prioritized what you guys needed to be where you guys needed to be, because the mainstream ways of healing simply wasn't going to do it, and you guys knew that you guys would continue to suffer emotionally if you guys held some deep dark emotions in. So only take what resonates. Some of you, this is talking about you guys being multi-talented. Now we have professor, and we have policeman, and we have doctor here, and we also have male person. So we have professor here. I'm speaking to some very intelligent people with policeman. Self-protection is important with male person and doctor. You guys more than likely um, are becoming mindful of necessary boundaries in order to maintain your physical health. You guys might be letting go of some people that you see your health declining if you're around them. And also what I'm picking up here with male person and professor here, some of you guys might be finding out about some family secrets in which you guys definitely might need to get the law involved with policeman here. It doesn't matter if it happened maybe 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years ago. There are some people in your family, you guys will be finding out some things out about them. in which it's you guys, um you want to make sure these people don't feel comfortable to target your foundations that you guys have built. That you could know certain things about these people, and they could know about your vulnerabilities. They could even have something to do with these vulnerabilities that were formed and things of that nature. They could have contributed to trauma, and you guys, there could be some things that they have done where it's kind of like, that if you simply set a boundary with them or choose to go no contact with them, you guys are mindful that these people, the way they move, you may have to get the law involved. We have chef here, and then we have architect, carpenter, and we have professor. Some of you guys may be wisely learning how to go about um, getting freedom from certain people with carpenter and architect. Some of you guys are going to realize that you've had all the necessary skill sets to maneuver out of a situation. Especially if it's dealing with toxic family members who could have done something so heinous to the point where you have to get the law involved. Or if the law is not involved, it's kind of like you guys are realizing if you apathetically sit back and allow these individuals to continue on as if what they're capable of is not taking place or hasn't taken place, especially if it's caused if they've harmed people and those people have health issues. Some of you guys are realizing with architect and chef that instead of being upset with the fact that these people have tried to keep you guys trapped in injustice because they're afraid of the consequences of their actions being exposed and you actually being believed, and they could have did a lot in order to hide what they're capable of. And so some of you guys could have felt oppressed by these people, but literally you guys have everything that you guys need in order to turn this situation around and get this person exposed. And you guys can use tarot to do it too. Let's get another message for this first energy. We have vet. It fell out this way, so we're gonna keep it this way. And we have veterinarian. So I feel like this is where ancestrally some of you guys could find out about your mother's side of the family. It's gonna be important because if your mother figure did not have healthy boundaries, some of you guys could be continuing it with the vet here. And this is where if the vet is in reverse, this is saying it's like you guys have no discipline, no self-control. If it's upright, it's saying that you guys are great people to work with, but it's also saying that you guys can be controlled in a manner. So I feel like you guys are being asked to understand the feminine side of your family and what influences took place for certain family things to occur. And this will help you guys be able to forgive a mother figure if they were not there for you in the manner that you needed, or flip it where it goes. If it's a father figure, some of you guys are being asked to understand certain aspects of your father's side in which boundaries could have been crossed, could have been disregarded, dishonored, to the point where some of you guys could have become very rebellious in order to get your freedom from someone. But this is where a parental figure, if you guys were in a rebellious stage and did not have discipline or self-control, the parental figure could have been able to hide certain injustices because they could have created the narrative that you were self-sabotaging independently. in order to hide certain actions that they were doing behind the background. Some of you guys could have been fierce fighters, and you guys could have stood up against very oppressive bullies, and it could have been done in such a manner where it's kind of like you guys, some of you guys could have been coined as rebellious or the outsiders because you guys did not fit in a box, but you had these very same people who were creating these narratives strategically hiding injustices that they were doing towards you guys. So this could come from some of your father's side of the family or your mother's side. Take what resonates. All right. Ooh, child. Let's get another message. So the first one is Page of Wands. First message, Page of Wands, and the Tarot card. And some of you guys can find out some family secrets with yeah, definitely with tarot. Now we also have the devil card here. I know the energy is nasty. Supporting the devil card, we have the Two of Cups and we have the Seven of Wands. You guys can have someone watching you guys obsessively. They could be focused on you guys because it's kind of like it's kind of like their actions are romantically motivated. Also, with the Page of Wands and the Devil, they can be extremely emotionally immature, and they can be abusing tarot to get readings on you guys. So they could be trying to, with the Seven of Wands, they could be trying to figure out how to create conflict, chaos, and confusion, and to basically have you feel defensive, and or to create separation in a current romantic connection that you guys are in or you guys are attracting. And they could be basically getting readings on you guys to see about what's going on in your romantic life in order to create havoc for you guys. Yeah, someone who's immature and obsessive, um and is with the two of cups and the Seven of Wands. If you were in a romantic connection with them, it would be very hellish. It would be constant fights. And with the devil here, it's kind of like, and with the Page of Wands, the type of immature actions that they would be capable of with the Seven of Wands, they'd be willing to basically isolate you guys, exile you guys, and bully you guys. Some of you guys could have people getting readings on you guys who have participated in community gang stalking These people are very immature with the Page of Wands and the Devil here. They're very immature. And with the Seven of Wands, it's kind of like they don't exactly have an end to basically physically harm you guys. Because if that was the case, the Five of Swords would have showed up. But with the Seven of Wands, their only purpose for antagonizing you guys is simply so that they can figure out how to get access to you in the manner that they want. But that's based off of their immature ideas of romance. With the Page of Wands and the Devil and the Seven of Wands, anybody that these people get with, these people suffer, child. And it's kind of like the energy with the Devil card here with the Seven of Wands. These people, it's kind of like they, I'm picking up on people who would act like they're not paying you attention, but it's obvious they're paying you attention. So you guys could have some people who other people have seen who are stalking, who are like stalkerishly obsessed with you guys with the Devil and the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. But where this can get out of hand with the Seven of Wands is that with the Page of Wands, whatever is motivating these people, it's gotten out of hand with the Devil card. That's why they could be getting readings on you guys using esoterics in order to figure out how to hurt you worse by trying to figure out how to negatively impact a romantic connection you can be in. And while they are very immature in nature, they're wise enough to understand that a broken heart from a romantic relationship is the easiest way to get away with betraying someone in a criminal manner. Because most of the time when a person's going through a breakup or in the healing process, it takes time to emotionally let that go. So you guys could be dealing with some immature people who are extremely childish, and the only reason they want to understand what's going on in your romantic connection is so that way they can create disharmony if you guys are in a romantic connection. And if you guys are not yet in a romantic connection, they're just simply trying to delay that from happening. It doesn't really matter. Let them do what they're doing, but literally they're only doing this because it's kind of like if they have any intentions of trying to get away with physically harming you guys, they would want you guys to be brokenhearted. That way, they would be spreading rumors about such and such broke up with such and such. And this is where, they could make up rumors. This is exactly why such and such got broken up with such and such. And this way, if they were able to harm you, it would seem as if you self-sabotaged and walked into a very dangerous situation because you were so brokenhearted. There's some very evil-minded people out here. The Page of Wands, the Devil, and the Seven of Wands is together. Come on now. We have the firefighter here. We have former, and we have the astronaut here. All right. So I feel like with the firefighter here, whoo, child, let's talk about it. Some of you guys could work in locations in which there's a lot of interest on it. Some of you guys could work at places where there's so much attention on it. It's kind of like with the firefighter here. It's kind of like some of you guys could work at a place that feels like a tinderbox. It's kind of like somebody should have repaired something and they chose not to fix it in a timely manner. And now the worst that could happen, because someone could have chosen to, not to invest in fixing a problem before it got out of hand. It's now out of hand. It's kind of like a tinderbox where you can have some people walking on eggshells, hoping that whatever was not fixed and that whatever was not taken care of properly, they're hoping that an accident doesn't occur. They could be fearing tower moments. Also with the firefighter, it's kind of like it's kind of like metaphorically, some people could have invested into insurance for a building, and because they chose, or this could be literally happening, or because they chose not to fix certain shit, that they not gonna get no payout if a business collapse or experiences some type of destruction to it. Some of you guys are gonna find out about insurance fraud where some people set their own buildings on fire too. And with the astronaut and the firefighter here, child, some of you guys may know people that's you're gonna be able to tell that they're basically experiencing extreme return to senders. It's because the human body can only act like a robot for so long. Some of you guys are gonna be able to have clarity that some people are experiencing like return to senders like nobody's business. And also part of these return to senders, it has to do with them with the Page of Wands and the Devil card here, with them immaturely starting and picking fights with you guys. They could have basically tried to make you guys feel like you didn't belong, and now these people could actually be acting like they support you. And it's kind of like they have the mentality to think that if you sit there and let them, if they can just slide their way in undetected, and now y'all all hanging around, y'all look like a bunch of friends now because you guys could be popping right now. These people have the audacity to think that whatever they did in the past is going to be swept under the rug. But logically, if you let these people undetectedly get access to you and be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor that they try to basically interrupt on a consistent period, it's going to attract other people just like them. You're going to attract more bullies who basically don't have enough common sense to understand enough is enough. Child. So somebody needed to hear that. Take what resonates. You got some people that's trying to figure out how to basically insinuate themselves into your friend group or circle in order to basically benefit off of your hard work. But with the Page of Wands and the Devil, they gonna bring so much adversity. If you guys actually have a decent business, it's gonna attract scams and scandals. Or it's kind of like, be mindful of the people that you guys have around you if your business is starting to take off. Some of these people are so immature that they it's like they bring their own scandal with them wherever they go. And if you have finances, and if they got they minds on your finances, and they're trying to figure out how to disrupt you so they can get access to you, then you got to understand, if you actually sit there and say they'll leave me alone if I be nice to them and just hear them out, no, they gonna attract nothing but fucking scandal. Keep them boundaries good. We got architect. Keep them boundaries where you need to be. Imagine if somebody went to an architect company and said, I want you to build me a house, right? But imagine if the architect company basically didn't even build a foundation for the house. Imagine if the architect company simply basically built a nice external, and when you walked inside and they didn't even finish the inside of the house, you'll feel like you got played. Okay? So if you're not willing to basically pay a large amount of money to low quality people to get a service done, then you treat these same people who are immature as fuck with the Page of Wands and the Devil and the Seven of Wands, you treat them like people treat weeds in a garden. You find a way to get these weeds out your garden. With the chef and the nurse here. Ooh, child. Self-care. Give to yourself. And one way to do it is to give to yourself. And I feel like these immature ass people who basically look at people who got goals and dreams, like somebody, it's kind of like y'all guys, if y'all is on y'all grind, y'all got immature ass people who don't give a damn about themselves or anybody else. They simply view you as competition. It's like you have adults who have actual responsibilities. They're treating their life as if they're living on a playground. And some of these immature ass adults gonna be living on the playground or homeless. Now, when I mean, some of them may not be living on the playground, but some of these people gonna literally be living outside because they treated their life and other people's lives as if they was on the playground. Real shit. That's how bad they've been playing around. They also get return descendants for abusing and exploiting tarot. Especially if they was trying to find out information on how to hit you where it hurts specifically. We have the professor, we have architect, and we have musician here. All right. So some of you guys may be getting an understanding of your level of emotional intelligence. And this is going to be very important because it's going to help you guys be able to protect yourselves from these immature ass people who basically like to gang up on people and bully people when they don't get to basically enjoy the fruits of other people's labor. Some of you guys could be dealing with bullies who basically will bully their way into somebody's life just to get help. And they'll find all kinds of ways to make it look like they're not the bullies. But with the Page of Wands and the Devil card and the Seven of Wands here, these people are too damn immature to function. So you have to understand the only person you can basically control is yourself in this point in this particular point in time. Once again, we have tarot cards. So yeah, somebody child. There's some people who basically and take what resonates. Some of you guys can have people who got into tarot cards who basically wanted to find out sensitive information about you guys. They could have abused and exploited tarot, and they could have opened up a lot of portals that actually welcomed in some lower level entities. So if anyone's been doing tarot for quite a while, understands that if you're going to do tarot, you need to make sure your spiritual hygiene is always kept up no matter what. So for example, let's say if you don't make enough money during the week in order to get some things you like, you better make sure you have your sage or your Palo Santo, whatever you need to cleanse your energy, because you understand, if you're doing readings, you are opening up portals. So with the Page of Wands, the Devil, and the Tarot card, you had some people that literally opened up portals and let lower level entities into their homes. So some people could be experiencing hauntings. People who chose to not mature with the tarot, they were getting information and they were so surprised that they could tap into certain information, and they would ask certain questions again and over to the point where it would be kind of like, oh my gosh, well, I'm not understanding this message, why is this not so, listen, if tarot gives you a message and if you try to ask again and tarot says stop, stop. So somebody sat there and thought that because they was basically trying to get information that they would exploit and abuse other people with, and they was doing it obsessively with the Devil card, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. A return to sender is happening where they're having to move very slowly, because all those entities that they let in through their cards is attacking the shit out of them. With the Page of Wands and the Devil card, they could have had some imp like IMP. They could have had some imp like creatures get or entities attached to their cards. This is why it's important for you guys to make sure that you're doing your shadow work, make sure that you're keeping up your spiritual hygiene consistently, make sure that you guys are doing what you guys need to do so that you guys can be able to balance your energies, because you can use a lot of energies during tarot readings. So you have some very immature people who basically, it's kind of like they were surprised they could get certain information. Then they started trying to get information about people that it's kind of like there are some tarot readers out here who did readings on people that they wanted to form frenemy dynamics with. Now you have to understand, if a tarot reader is doing readings on someone to form frenemy dynamics with them, then this is saying that some sort of a spiritual hygiene is being neglected. And if you had someone trying to get information on you guys in order to form friendships with you guys in which they could basically benefit off you guys, they also could have let in evil spirits as well. So they could be experiencing some extremely paranormal shit with imp like spirits. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, they may actually be learning now to take their time to make decisions. These could be the people who had a good old funky fashion time trying to basically antagonize you guys, because they felt if a group of them consistently and strategically and covertly bullied you, they felt they could get away with this shit. So we could be talking about a coven of people who basically thought that if they started a coven, shit, they would be able to manifest out their ass. They could have been having perspectives and viewpoints about the spiritual aspects of life from a place of self-gain. So this is where if they thought they could have liked to take shortcuts, so they could have basically started to realize how fucking real tarot is. Tarot is so fucking accurate to the point sometimes that if you basically ask tarot a question and you get an answer, and the answer you don't like it, but you keep trying to flip the shit the way you wanted to flip it, it's kind of like you're setting the tone for how what your cards will allow in. So it's kind of like some tarot readers wanted to have answers be their way, that basically the entities that came through was kind of like, I'll make your wishes come true. Some people could have contacted jinns through tarot, and now with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, they got to watch their back, because it's kind of like they're receiving return to senders, and they're trying to basically appear as if whatever's taking place is not taking place, because it's kind of like whatever imp-like spirits came through on their cards. These things ain't nothing to play with. Okay, these the type of shit where it's just it's kind of like for example, and I'm using this as an example. Say somebody was an idiot enough to feed a baby sugar and wonder why the baby's crying all day. Okay? Look, I don't agree with this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. This is the type of activity, paranormal activity, somebody who abused and exploited tarot to find out information about you guys is going through. Imp like spirits are basically, it's kind of like uh over sugarized somebody gave candy to a child when the child was supposed to go to sleep, and this is what some people are experiencing. Okay, let's get some information from the old maid card here. We have vet, and we have veterinarian, and we have musician. So some of you guys are going to find out that some people that's there could be a masculine or a female, take what resonates, who was emotionally manipulated by someone that they emotional manipulation. This could be something you guys could be finding out on the family side of the line. Some of you masculines could be finding out that your mother figures were very emotionally manipulative because they were trying to either get out of an abusive relationship, or they were unhappy, or there could have been marital affairs. So take what resonates. Some of you masculines could be finding out that some of your mother figures were extremely emotionally manipulative because they it's kind of like they weren't happy with a father figure, or they probably didn't like your father or some shit like that. And it's kind of like they were passive aggressive to the point that they were basically willing to teach you guys the same shit because you guys could have reminded them so much of the father that they didn't want to be with. Only take what resonates. This family secrets coming out shit. We got vet once again. We got doctor. We got musician. Some of you guys with doctor and musician, some of you guys are actively healing any emotional wounds. Some of you guys could be healing father wounds. Especially some of your father's side of the family could some of you guys could be finding out about diseases that the father's side of your family can inherit, and you guys may be finding out exactly why, and it will have something to do with the way that you were emotionally conditioned as a child. Child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. And then we have carpenter, and we have farmer here. So some of you guys, your work environment is going to be changing. This means and here's how your work environment is going to be changing. The immature people who wanted to find out how to develop frenemy dynamics with you guys, who abused and exploited tarot. And yes, you had some people at your job wanting to have a connection with you guys, even though the vibes was off and there was really, the compatibility wasn't there. They wanted to find out information about you guys via tarot to figure out how to get away with bullying you guys or trying to form frenemy dynamics with you guys. Where the work environment is going to be changing because some of these people going to be let the fuck go. Money has been funny with the Knight of Pentacles. Money being so damn slow because these people been focusing on how to basically get away with bullying folks. They thought nobody would be able to pick up on the fact that they was using tarot to bully people. Some of these people did tarot in order to figure out how to slow you guys down. But at the same time, they could have basically been abusing and exploiting the tarot. Only take what resonates, because they weren't seeing the results of what they were told. So some of these guys, and only take what resonates, they could have gotten so carried away with what they were doing, that the amount of the company that they're connected to could have a reputation for hiring low quality people who like drama. And it could be having the finances could be real funny. So some of you guys could work in working jobs where they gonna be like, fuck it, we gonna do restructuring. Some of you guys' jobs could be like, we don't know if this shit gonna work out. If you want to stay with the company, stay with the company. If you don't want to stay with the company, you ain't gotta stay with the company. But we gonna change some shit up all the way up. So I feel like some companies are basically about to do what they should have did like a long time ago by letting go of some very immature people. And some of these people could have been hired because of their youthful energy. But at the same time, you had to keep reminding them how to be responsible with the Knight of Pentacles. With the Devil here, they could have basically, some of you guys could have had people who became obsessed with you at work. It could have been based off sexual shit. So some of you guys could have had people go to the tarot cards to figure out how to sleep with you guys. Yo, this is some desperate shit. Desperate. Now let me cleanse my cards. I can't be talking to y'all about card maintenance. And I'm sitting here not cleansing my cards. Oh no. Child. Let me get y'all one more message from the tarot. I feel led to do it. You know, with all the beautiful decks of cards in the world, you know, one deck of cards can deliver you an infinite amount of messages for generations to come. And I find it very beautiful that tarot has been able to be a sister to so many in times of grave difficulty. I know tarot helped me get answers for what I needed. All right. Let's get one more message, you guys. We got the Judgment, Page of Wands, and the Devil card here. So Judgment and Page of Wands. Just so you know, these people in Devil energy, they know exactly what they're doing with Judgment being on the bottom of Page of Wands. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're going to try to find their way out of a situation. With the Page of Wands here, they're going to probably try to use youthful ways of getting out of situations. And with the Devil card here, is these people have no intention of letting up. They really don't. It is what it is. We ain't afraid of that shit. What's the next message? We got the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords. No worries. Just so you know, these people in so much shit. Some of these people got a prison sentence it's kind of like all the trouble that they caused you guys, all the trouble that they have planned on causing you guys, they're going to be able to experience this in a prison sentence. Just because these people know what they're doing and have no intention of stopping what they're doing, don't mean we gonna stop. One monkey don't stop this show. That's one monkey that's trying to stop the show, and we gonna keep it fucking rolling, ain't we, y'all? We got the Two of Cups and we got the Five of Swords. These people, they probably gonna go, here's what's gonna get their asses locked up. If they're abusing their partners with Two of Cups and the Five of Swords, their partners gonna sell their asses out. Their partners is going to betray them. Because with the Devil, the nine of Wands and the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords, somebody you know is whooping somebody's ass behind closed doors. Somebody has been abusing the hell out of somebody, y'all. And what's interesting is the reason they were able to get away, if they were also doing stalkerish shit to you guys, is because their partner was basically, you know, keeping hush hush. But with this Five of Swords, somebody's partner also could have wished ill will on you guys Take what resonates. Somebody's with somebody who their partner, they could have gotten together from wild, crazy sex, you know? The person could have wanted to hurt you guys, and they were willing to basically disrespect themselves to be with somebody who was disrespecting you guys. That the bond could have been from some wild, crazy sex. With the Nine of Wands here and the Five of Swords, when things started getting tough, abuse started happening. And this was because it was easy for the person to stay blind, deaf, and dumb as long as they was getting piped down. All right? Or vice versa. Take what resonates. Then we got the Nine of Wands here. All right? With the Nine of Wands with the Five of Swords here is saying somebody's health got negatively impacted to the point that they could no longer ignore abuse was taking place. And with the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords, some of you guys can know some people, they with partners that's basically threatening to take their lives if they leave a romantic connection. Because if it wasn't for this partner putting up with their bullshit, they would not be able to hide their immature actions, their devilish actions, or how they try to or how they try to set you guys up with some shit with the Seven of Wands. You guys could basically be standing your ground against these people and they don't like it. It could be a group of them. But somebody who wanted to hurt your feelings got with somebody that in devil energy. The sex was so good, it was easy to convince them to basically do just about anything. And this person could be getting to a point where with the Five of Swords, their partner could literally kill them at this point. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. So y'all could know some people that's gonna rat out on their partners. But the same people that's gonna rat out on their partners, they could have strategically try to get with somebody that you was with in order to hurt your feelings. And then they could have thought they had got like the jackpot and shit, especially if the dick was good, if it's a female. But at the same time, they now finding out the hard way. Oh shit, I see why such and such ain't with somebody. They could have thought to themselves, the dick is this good, why is such and such not with somebody? Because of abuse. You know, it don't matter how good sex is. If you're getting abused, shit, abuse will overpower that sex. So somebody that was fucking around trying to hurt your feelings could have got with somebody that's been obsessed with you guys, and they now have clarity as to why you're not with that person anymore. Let's cleanse the energy, love, peace, and happiness.